What is going on, true believers? The market is getting very, very confident in Solana. All of the sudden, there's been $120 million bridged over to Solana from other blockchains, including Ethereum and Arbitrum, in the last 30 days. So I think it's time for a Solana pump. And this analyst predicts $150 for the weekend. So make sure you hit the like button on the way in and let's check it out. All right, so this is a quick illustration that flows are starting to come from Ethereum, from Arbitrum, from Base, from the BNB chain. They're starting to move back over into Solana. Now, when that happens, there's two things that happen. Number one, you get a Solana pump, and number two, you get altcoins starting to rally. And you've seen Popcat, you've seen Fartcoin, you've seen some ridiculous named Solana meme coins starting to get a little bit stronger. Now, are they breaking out, and have we had a big time runner, the likes of Pepe or even a Popcat or something like that? No, we haven't seen that yet, but we're early, and I think that that means that we might see another round. Now, in order for that other round to happen, then we're going to need to see venture capital. We're going to start to see institutions move into the Solana chain and start to artificially pump and inflate the prices. We're at least honest with one another that we know that that's how this happens, right? Good. Okay. So the other thing is that the fees generated 46 million in March and 22 million in April so far, which means that it's really just kind of online with what was going on last month. However, the dip was happening towards the end of March and into the beginning of April as we saw those catastrophic dips that were happening in the market. But it seems like we're in a position for a nice little recovery. Now, from a volume standpoint, you can see up here that compared to Ethereum, I've eliminated everything but Ethereum and Solana, and you can see how much of the market share Solana previously had going back into 2020, 94%. That's down today to 52% of altcoins in chain activity, by the way. And Solana is now at 8%. Now, remember, from 94 down to 52, that is a big gap. And Solana is eating up a lot of that. 2.72 billion in volume yesterday, right there, compared to 1.74 for Ethereum, means that we're probably going to see a surge coming from Solana very soon because people are back on the Solana wagon. Now, what does that look like when the price action comes into play? And you can see that trend line right there. I think I've clicked as many spots as I can to show that trend line, including this one. I thought it was important to include that because it also turns out that I'm hitting this wick. We're coming down here, but here's the important part. We've broken out. It's broken out from that trend line, and it looks like it's done a successful backtest, and it looks like it's ready for another surge. Now, the next surge, we have to figure out kind of where that's going to go. And when you start to look around, you'll see that there's a volume sort of range right there that sits right there between 150 and $160. So it is my estimation that within the next couple of days, we're going to see an immediate surge from Solana, probably up into that 150 range. Now, in the event that we get that move, then that's going to cause a rally for everything attached to Solana. Remember, every meme coin, even the meme coins that you don't like, that you don't that you don't have faith in, they have a parity issue when they're paired with Solana. If Solana goes up 20%, all of those are going to go up 10% because 50% of the pairing and the market value is based on Solana. So is that a hard number? Well, yeah, it really is based on value and based on how much in dollars the Solana ecosystem, how much it represents. If it goes up 100%, every meme coin goes up 50% in the Solana ecosystem. It's just math. It's simple. However, what we really need to see is we actually need to see that money happen. So if you think that Solana is ready for a surge, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon. It's not financial advice. Do you like Solana? Because if you do, again, leave a comment down below. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.